Something a bit different today. I just thought I'd have a crack at this. This is the new Yamaha comfort seat for the MT09SP. Just arrived, so I thought I would do a little bit of an unboxing, a kind of a review, see how it fits on the bike, and then can't do it today, it's a bit late and a bit miserable out there today, but inevitably a ride and a verdict. See if we think it's worth the money. So let's see what we've got. Fingers crossed this is the right one, because if it isn't, this is going to be a very short video. Careful, you don't want to cut it with a knife. Okay, so here we nice, very nice. Okay, look at that. First impressions there are pretty good. That is that's actually very nice. It's got a little MT09 logo there. They don't do one specific to the SP, but this is a kind of a suede-y sort of finish. I presume that's obviously like a vinyl. Whoops, daisy. That's like a vinyl on the side there. But on the whole, that is actually very nice. Yeah, looks like you've got the little slots there for your tool kit and your bibs and bobs of tools like the original has. So yeah, first impressions, pretty damn good. Okay, let's whiz the cowl off. Okay, so this cowl actually came from a company called Pyramid Plastics in the UK. Very, very good quality stuff from Pyramid. So a little bit on the pricey side, but really good. All comes colour matched, and yeah, superb. So I like the cowl, and unfortunately the cowl, although I'll keep the standard seat for like normal blasting around and keep the cowl on just because I think it looks nice, when I'm going a bit further distance or just along the trips, basically, I'll put the comfort seat on. Obviously this cowl will just stay on the standard seat then. So there is the standard seat on top of the comfort seat, and there's actually, if I get down like that, there's a massive difference, especially pillion wise. I mean, the pillion's got a huge amount more support, and if that's going to be too relevant to me, but it's considerably thicker at this point here. It's considerably thicker there than it is there, and I think it's kind of a gel foam, so fingers crossed that's going to make a huge difference. Let's see how it fits on the bike. This is the big test, fingers crossed it fits just like the original, and it does. So there we go. I'm actually really pleased with the way that fits on there. That just snapped on there exactly like the original. Looks nice, fits nice. It's a shame that that stitching there isn't blue. If they did a comfort seat specific to the SP, I suppose it would have blue stitching, as the original does. But they don't. So yeah, I suppose cosmetically the only thing you can say is that this bit, and I have heard this on YouTube before, seems a little bit long. Having said that, it gives you a little bit more to grip with your legs, so people seem to like it. So yeah, looking forward to testing this. Should be good. Just a slight digression from what we were doing, but we've just been joined by the latest member of our production team, who's come straight in and lay down. This is Sid, or Sydney if he's in trouble. And he's our latest family member. He's a 5-month-old Staffy, and he's a good boy, aren't you, Sid? He's tired boy because he's been out. Sorry about that swizz around there. He's been out for a walk. So let's get back to where we were. So yeah, all things considered, I'm very happy with that. That's gone on there well. It looks the part. I'm quite happy. and I think that's going to be a big plus for the bike. So it's a bit late in the day and it's a bit miserable out there today, but tomorrow, the weather's going to be better, so we'll get out and hopefully give it a test. In fact, through the magic of YouTube, why wait? Let's make it tomorrow. Boom! Here we are, tomorrow. Not a cloud in the sky, perfect. I genuinely haven't sat on this yet. I put it all away, put all my stuff away yesterday, and I haven't sat on it. So I thought I'd wait till the camera was rolling and then I can give a genuine first impression. So, well, straight away it feels higher. It actually feels flatter. The standard seat sort of leans you forward a little bit. It feels flatter, but surprisingly, it actually feels wider. And although it doesn't feel soft, it feels a bit like almost like a memory foam mattress that you can feel it kind of moving underneath you, like it's molding. Anyway, yeah, let's get the gear on and give it a go. Okay, so initial thoughts, as I said before, it feels higher. I feel a little bit more perched on top of the bike as opposed to sat in it. It definitely feels wider. It feels flatter. It does feel like your weight is a bit more dispersed, and your weight, yeah, thinking about it now, your weight is definitely further back. The other seat, I think it sloped down a bit more, so it tended to sort of push your weight forward. And this doesn't. Your weight is a little bit more on your bum cheeks, if that doesn't sound a bit odd. Whereas to a degree, previously, the weight felt a little bit like it was on the bits you didn't, squashing the bits you don't want squashing. Definitely feels flatter, and your weight is definitely further back. So yeah, I've not got a great deal of time this afternoon. Just have a quick tootle round for perhaps half an hour or so, and just pass an initial thoughts. Can't really, I don't think it would be fair to pass judgment until a few hours have been spent on it, really. And I think, to be fair, with most things like this, they need a bit of bedding in time. You've got to get used to things, and almost like they've got to get used to you. It's very different. It's very, very different. It's there's no mistaking the fact that there's a different seat on there for sure. Interesting little car coming the other way there, little Caterham or something like that. Lotus. I am also just testing a slightly different setup on the bike GoPro today. I've got it set on Super View, which I don't really like, in that it creates a much bigger fisheye sort of effect. So lampposts tend to look like they're bending as you go past them and such like. But I think on the camera that's looking back at me, it shows you a little bit more of what's going on behind me, what we're just passing, which is probably a bit more interesting than looking at me. So we'll see what that looks like when I get to editing in a bit. So after just about 10 minutes on the bike, the seat is definitely better. It's flatter, your weight is more spread out. You don't feel like you're sitting on your ghoulies, and I don't feel like I'm perched on top of it anymore, to be honest. It didn't take many minutes for that to start to feel normal. So I think it's going to be a worthwhile investment. What I have haven't done so far, and I have I've mentioned it a couple of times, is a little walk round of the MT09SP. So I think today is probably the ideal opportunity to do that. It's a lovely day, and we've got a few minutes, so I'll just pull into my sort of favourite little photo taking spot, which is just up the road here, and we'll have a little bit of a look round the Yam. Okay, here's my one of my favourite little pull-ins. So here we are. This is the ever popular MT09 in the SP version. I've had this bike for probably just over 6 months now. I'm getting my shadow in the picture there. But yeah, about 6 months. Really can't fault it. The SP is this kind of top of the range of the MTs. The 09 suggests it's a 900. It's actually an 850 something. But an absolutely great bike. They got so much right with this bike. Since I've bought this, they have actually done a new model now, and the new model has a few advantages that this doesn't. As is always the case, if I buy anything, they very quickly bring out a new one straight after, just to piss me off, I think. The sort of radical front end looks a bit like a Wasp. There is a quick shifter fitted. The quick shifter is just upward. You have to use your clutch for downward shifting, but upward you're good. Fitted the Akrapovic exhaust. As with a lot of bikes, they sound like a sewing machine from the factory. So the Akrapovic's a nice tone. You can take the baffle out of the Akrapovic and they are really loud. Bit too loud. It's a good sound, but just a bit too loud really. I'm liking the fact that the exhausts are just golding up nicely now. I did at one time polish them and they came up nice and chrome, but I actually like the fact that they're going gold now. Big feature of the SP version is the gold forks. It's got, I can't even remember what make the forks are now, but the SP features much better suspension, front and rear. It's got the Öhlins adjustable shocks on the rear and the fancy forks on the front. I fitted a few little extras, power for my GoPros and phone holder that charges the phone as you go in and such like for navigation and things. Nothing too exciting. This little fairing on the front there is an aftermarket part that was from Pyramid Plastics in the UK. A few stickers, just bits and bobs, tiny little bits. For a fun machine, for a daily driver, they've got such a lot right. They really have hit the nail on the head in so many respects. Okay, so I'm going to call it a day at that for today. It's only been a short ride, but it was really just a quick test of the seat. We'll have obviously the next proper ride. I'm sure I'll have a lot more to say about the seat, but yeah, initial impressions are very good. So I will thank you for joining me again at Handlebars and Holidays. I hope you've enjoyed it. Something a little bit different this time anyway. So yeah, see you again soon hopefully. Take care and ride safe.